Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk to you about the Filofax Kensington. This model was introduced in 1999 and was eventually discontinued in 2003. This is a very popular model. It has this very distinct look with these squared corners and this very soft, pillowy, smooth leather, which is just so wonderful to have in your hand. As you can probably see, it has no stiffener, which makes it very, very malleable. Internally, it is quite minimal. You have 8 card slots on the left. On the right, you have a half-gusseted zipped compartment with a zipper cover. You have 1 pen loop, 23mm rings, and of course, excellent flattability. You also have a popper strap, which keeps the binder closed. I really like this model, and a lot of people do. But did you know that even though this was introduced in 1999, there is an older version of it, which I don't know when it dates from, but I have one right here. Externally, this is very different, as you can see. It doesn't have the same type of leather. It's not pillowy or soft at all. It's quite stiff. It has a stiffener inside of it. It isn't at all as malleable as the 1999 version. But if I open this, I can show you that it is indeed a Kensington. If we look at the interior, it's quite similar. Some of the differences is that on the side of the rings, you do not have leather. You actually have fabric lining, which is the same lining that you have inside of the pockets. And indeed on I will just call this the newer model, you have leather on the sides, but you have fabric lining inside of here. It's a minor difference. As I don't remember if I mentioned it, but it has 8 card slots on the left, just as the newer version does. It has a half-gusseted pocket on the right. It has 1 pen loop and a popper strap, 23mm rings. It's very similar. It's very, very similar. But there are some differences which I would say makes this particular variant nicer. Some of those differences are the fact that you can see, if I hold it like this, you can see that it lies very flat. It has this small bump, but when it's actually on the table, it lies extremely flat. This newer model, on the other hand, it has much more of a bend to it. So when it lies down, the sides actually come up a bit and then they bend down again, which means that this surface isn't completely flat. It has nice, I guess, openability, but the flattability perhaps isn't as nice as it is on this. And this, of course, has excellent openability as well. I open it, it stays open, and it lies flat. Another nicer thing about this is the zipper that they used. This is a YKK zipper. It is very nice to open and close. I can do it quite effortlessly. It's a very smooth experience. On this newer version, they have a generic no-name zipper, which really isn't as nice. As you can see, when I start pulling it down, it gets stuck, and I have to apply some force to get it down. Sometimes it helps to wiggle and it comes down, but it's still, I wouldn't call this a bad zipper, but this one is noticeably nicer. Another thing, which this is quite a minor thing, but the popper on this is Prim. It's branded Prim. And these are high-end poppers. This is what you have on vintage binders. This is what you have on binders from the early 90s. On this, you have a Filofax branded popper. I don't think Prim made these. I think Filofax bought them from elsewhere and had them branded. I honestly don't notice the difference between them. This might be a bit harder to open and close, but that could also be chalked down to the fact that this is older, this has been used more, and this is worn down a bit more, making it looser. But yeah, other than that, there isn't really much difference between them. I was just I just found this quite interesting when I got this, that it was in fact a Kensington, because they didn't have a photo of the model name when I bought this. At first I thought it was a Richmond, but of course the Richmond has a ID card slot, and I think maybe the exterior is a bit different. But materials wise, this is very reminiscent of a Richmond, and maybe it's from the same period. But anyway, I just thought it was an interesting difference, and I just liked to share it with you. So thank you for watching.